What's up, you beautiful chuds? I'm doing a video that's a little bit different than normal because this is a sort of unboxing video. Who doesn't love a bloody unboxing video, right? But I'm going to do one because I got a couple of parcels that I've been waiting for. I'm really excited about opening them. And I thought to myself, do you know what? Like, I know what they are, but you don't know what they are. So why not open them for you so you can see what I've got? But of course, I'm not just going to open them. Let's go through as to why I got them and a little bit more about it. So, if you're old like me, you will know what Mcfarlane Toys is, and of course, Todd McFarlane and the toys that he brought out, and they were real game changers at the time. We hadn't really, as you know, the general population, so to speak, that especially, you know, if you don't have much money and so on, to get these sort of high level detail figures without having to have a load of money to get, you know, the statues and the busts and all that sort of stuff. These figures were, as I said, a huge game changer. McFarlane movie maniacs. And I remember literally as if it was yesterday the first time I got my first ever McFarlane figure, which funnily enough I still have, which is this, which is the Eric Draven Crow figure. Now, am I annoyed that it's literally like this and not in a box and so on? But I was literally, I don't know, I must have been like 12, if that, when I got this. Like, it was obviously I was really young, and these figures were an absolute game changer. And to be honest, I took it out because, of course, you want it on display, and then you want to look at all the detail because you had never really seen figures like this before. It was, as I said, McFarlane movie maniacs. Those figures were truly, you know, a monumental thing if you love collecting figures. And you were getting high level, you know, quality figures. I mean, this still to this day looks absolutely fantastic. And I've still got more of the ones over here behind me, of the ones that I got when I was a kid. I've got like a Mulder and Scully. I've got Ash and Evil Ash from Army of Darkness. Once again, none of them in a box, which pisses me off. Although I have up here somewhere, you can see a little bit. I've got a Freddy Krueger one still in the box, but that's the figure that anybody that knows that figure, if you get it out the box, there's no point because you can't pose it in any other way that's in the box anyway, so it's pointless. And that brings me on to these packages because, of course, you get series one of Todd McFarlane's movie maniacs figures, and they blow your mind. But over the years, of course, they kept bringing them out, and then they would have some of your horror favorites and so on. And I'm somebody as well that it doesn't, I love the look and the design of these figures as well. For example, the Freddy Krueger one I mentioned, I absolutely love how that looks. And I know that McFarlane, like movie maniacs and figures and cult classics and so on like that, Freddy's like, you know, Freddy Krueger's like a quite a common figure that they will always try and bring out different variations of it. And that's the one that I wanted because of how it looks. So sometimes it's not just about, you know, having a figure of you know, characters and icons of horror that I absolutely love, but also it's about the figures themselves, how they look, the detail on them and everything. And that's why I got the two here that I'm going to open, because they are figures that I've wanted for a long time, and they don't come around very often, especially if you're not really looking for them like I do. um, but they came up and I managed to get them at a price, as I said at the start, that I couldn't refuse. And I'm going to open them, and you can see what I got. And you're either going to go, "Wow, that's bloody cool," or you're going to go, "What was the point in this video?" Guess what? Couldn't give a shit. But anyway, so I'm going to open them. If it takes too long, I'm just going to speed it up. So let's do it. Let's open these. I also have no idea which one this is. I don't know which one's going to come out first. As I said, obviously I brought them, so I know what they are, but I don't know. Yeah. So this is going to take a while. So I'm going to keep unboxing them. I'm going to speed it up. So here we go. So the first one is going to be, okay, so this one is from a movie that was one of the movies that I watched young, and one of the movies I would probably say is in the the 10 movies that sort of started me on my journey through horror. Once again, of course, a movie at my age that I think I was probably, what, 12? I think it came out in 1997. Let's see if you can guess it before I open the figure. Well, I'm not going to open it, but I'm going to show you what it is. I'm not making that mistake of opening figures again. But yeah, so in 1997, I think it came out. It has got lots of horror icons in it who have cameos, such as Robert Englund. Kane Hodder is also in it. It is a movie full of practical effects. It is absolutely a movie that would not be made today. Of course, I'm talking about Wishmaster, the Djinn. There we go. So I got this. Of course, you know, I don't have much money, so they have to be a good price. And also, it is all about the quality. And luckily, this is still really, really good. I haven't opened these before, so these could have been an absolute mess. But luckily, there's no sort of yellow fading or anything like that. Still in the box, all fully intact. Really good condition. And of course, you know, so Wishmaster is a movie that I love. It's one of the movies that I watched very early on, and there's so much to love about this movie. And I don't know, it seems to be that there seems to be enough for not so many people to like about the movie as well, which is mental. It looks awesome because, like I said, this is a prime example of me getting something that not just something because, of course, it's an old school figure where it is, you know, part of the iconography of horror, this character. But of course, it's not just that. It is the fact that it looks fucking cool. I mean, I'm literally, I shouldn't have probably done a video, to be honest, because now I'm just sitting here looking at it, and I'll do that later on. But just look how awesome that is. I mean, you probably can't really see it, but anyway, there we go. Wishmaster. That's the first one. Let's have a look at the next one. I'm probably going to speed this one up again. So, this one, I got this because one, the figure itself looks really cool. It is a character, an iconic character from one of the most iconic franchises in the history of horror, but it is also from one of the movies that people always seem to put very low down on their list when they're ranking, whereas I'm somebody who puts this movie very high on my list because I absolutely love this movie. You know, it's such a wild ride. It is a movie that really, you know, I mean, it goes to space. Let's just say that much. But of course, you know what it is. It is a movie Maniacs Jason X figure. Look how cool that is. I mean, I love the design of Jason X in it, and I love Jason X. But look at that. That is super cool. Once again, it's all about the quality of, and you know, there's no yellowing. All packaged. There's no damage whatsoever. All you do is wipe them over a little bit if they're a bit dusty, but that's pretty much it. But once again, the thing with these figures is that, and this is why I love them, is that, and I still do, is that you get them, and because of the high level of detail, you just sit there and you just look at it. Like I said, I probably shouldn't have done a video because now I'm just sitting here and I'm looking at all the detail on this, and I can't wait to look at these all properly. But yeah, it looks great. I mean, I feel sorry for Jason X because there's a lot of people out there that don't like it and they always put it lower down in their rankings. Not me. I absolutely bloody love Jason X, and of course, this is a really, really cool figure. So, yeah, so that's awesome. I love them. They're great, and I can't wait to look at them a little bit more. Anyway, there we go. Both of them. Move them over a bit. There we go. Something like that. Anyway, there we go. there's a different video for you. An unboxing. Who doesn't bloody love them? And if you don't, oh well. Don't watch the video. I mean, if you have got this far, then you've already watched it. So thank you. But there we go. But as I said, I got them on a super good deal. That of course I didn't think I was going to get a good deal on them, and I did. And I got them way cheaper than what they are on everywhere else. So that's bloody lovely. And of course, over here somewhere, I've already made a space for them. So they will go up in the creep zone. And if I get any more figures down the line, I'll do another video. If you like this one, if you do like it, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know, if you remember the movie Maniacs, sort of series of figures that Mcfarlane, when they first came out, what was the first one that you got? Do you still collect them? What are your favorite ones? Let me know in the comments. It's called Let's Talk Horror for a reason. It might not be a movie, but they're horror figures, and of course we can still have a conversation about them. So get in the comments, let me know, if you have a love for this franchise, for these movie maniac Mcfarlane figures. If you remember, as I said, when you got them and stuff, and the impact that they had on, or the game that how, as I said, they changed the game for figures that you could just have at home and not have to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on them. They weren't far off the cost of a normal action figure, which is awesome. So there we go. There's a video. It's a little bit different. Hope you enjoyed it. But until next time, stay creepy fuckers.